like you do.
Nobody looks like you do.
Nobody sounds like you do.
I thought we were going to talk about the housing market. I thought we were going to talk about the economy.
This is your accountability.
This is my accountability.
This is your day one. You're going to start showing up. You're going to make it through this storm. I believe in you.
Wow.
You're a home buyer, somebody or a young person looking to buy a home, you need a bit of a reset.
There is a possibility on the other side of this that inflation could actually be quite low.
Today we're going to talk about, is this the end of realtors? And I'm going to bring up a few points that I think are important to talk about to really figure out, is this the end? And we have multiple factors right now, you guys. We're in New York Inman at a convention, and it is super duper depressing. But I'm going to talk to you guys about the NAR lawsuits, AI, oversaturation of agents, lack of proper education. But before I do that, I need you guys to understand that where I'm at right now in Inman, people paid $1,300 to go to this convention. Again, realtors paid just for the ticket to come here, $1,300. And I want you to listen to some of the clips I'm gonna play to you while we're in there. We're singing happy birthday and saying all kinds of crazy things. And then after that, I'm gonna get back into the points I wanna make. You can see connection in New York to face our peers, see what their perspective is on the industry, and overall, you guys, to see what's going on with AI. Is it gonna replace realtors? Don't know that 100%, but let me walk around here. And also, I got the Crash Bro shirt on, so everyone knows that I'm a Crash Bro. But I mean, it looks super light right now.
I'm in New York City today.
What is going on right now?
So I wanted to record a quick message here. And I have actually a couple friends with me, and they wanted to say happy birthday too. So on a count of three, my friends and I are going to say happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday! There we go. Hey guys, if you want to connect with me, you can scan that code or go to Phil Stringer.
Let's talk about the first thing, which is the lack of proper training. The fact that, and you guys saw those clips, but the fact that people are paying top dollar going to the #1 real estate convention in the US, and they're singing happy birthday and saying out loud how good they look is just a sign of the lack of training, you know. And also, you know, Inman was bragging about the attendance, and to me it's just like, why are you bragging about the attendance when you should be bragging about your knowledge of real estate? There was nothing about any type of empowerment, guys. They talked nothing about the unaffordability, nothing about what to do to be an agent that can lead a client through this very troubling market. A lot of them did acknowledge the fact that the unaffordability was out of control, but you know, that was replaced, any type of personal opinion was replaced by, I'm just being optimistic. I'm just being optimistic. And so that is what it is. The cheerleading is just so bad, and it's no wonder why there's so many realtors that don't have proper education, because there is no education, you guys. Literally, I'm just so disappointed. And I would say, if you're a realtor and you're watching this, watch my home buying course, okay? Even if you're a realtor and you think you're an expert, I have so much packed into my home buying course, it's ridiculous. And what realtors should be doing, instead of looking in the mirror saying how good they look, and you guys, there's Malteses. Someone brought a Maltese, 2 Malteses into that convention, and I'm like, I spent $3 grand almost, although we did get the press pass and we got refunded that money. Thank you, Melody. So I got refunded the $1,300, so I got the press pass. But they're looking at someone's Yorkies excited instead of like, hey, let me teach you a market analysis. So if you're a realtor, please, you have access to MLS, which is a multiple listing service. Do a market analysis, which is just reviewing comparable data, and help your clients understand cash flow and wedge. And I didn't hear one mention of cash flow or wedge. So I'm gonna say, if you know, NAR, or, well, first of all, I'm gonna get into that later on in this video, but if these brokers and these institutions don't step up their education, then why would we ever expect things to get better and not worse? I was gonna wait till we saw the Statue of Liberty, but I mean, I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, you can see the skyscrapers out there. You see Melody. Melody's my bodyguard in my tour. Although sometimes I feel like when she goes through the crosswalks, it's a little bit dicey, but it is what it is. Let's talk about NAR, the National Association of Realtors. You guys may be familiar with a little bit about what's been going on, as far as, obviously, there's a lot of SWAT team here. This just kind of threw me off a little bit. All right, I'm gonna get you guys another scene, but next we're gonna talk about the National Association of Realtors and the fact that they don't even have enough money to pay for the lawsuit in just one state. And the last time I looked, we have 50 states in the US. They can't even handle the fees from one state. It's not looking good. We are on the Staten Island Ferry. You guys can't really see the Statue of Liberty. I'm gonna get you guys the Statue of Liberty in honor of Melody taking me to the Statue of Liberty. But let's go back into the National Association of Realtors and remember exactly what's happening. So they were sued by a group of home sellers, and were found guilty of conspiracy for commission. Now, think about that for a second here. Everyone knows that's a realtor that commission is negotiable, but then why were they found guilty? And why does it seem like every buyer's agent, at least in my area, gets 3 points? The reason is they don't want to let go of their commission. Every single realtor will tell you, it's negotiable, it's negotiable. I get in trouble from the people I work with. They're always telling me, don't talk about realtor commission, don't talk about realtor commission, but that's exactly what we need to be talking about because it's a lot. These people are getting paid as much as a doctor, but their work ethic is of a 5-year-old, you guys. I mean, we're singing happy birthday. I just showed you that clip. There's no disputing this. The National Association of Realtors, NAR, does not have the money to keep fighting these lawsuits and keep paying them. They have, I believe, about $1.25 billion in assets, though just one lawsuit they lost $4 billion in just one state, and there's multiple new lawsuits set up. So the National Association, I mean, to me, it's really a no-brainer. They're done, and that's on top of like the big institutions like Keller Williams, RE/MAX, and places like that. And when I think back, and I'm really looking at this, and remember guys, I was a loan officer for several years inside of Keller Williams. So I saw it firsthand. I gave my soul as a loan officer to help the office, help clients. And I can't help but think like, wow, if you guys would have just spent the money on proper education instead of like rolling out the red carpet and, getting pom-poms and things like that, and spent your time on like really educating people, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. But a big problem is the brokers, NAR, KW, RE/MAX, they look at number of agents. They do not look at quality of agents like Todd Sachs. I got to talk to Todd a lot. Todd doesn't have this massive broker shop. His broker shop is tight, and to me, those tight broker shops that know each other and that care about the quality of professionalism, those are the shops that are going to make it. Those are the shops that are important. These big name shops that are, household names, we just went to Inman, you guys. What value was that? And I know that was only a couple clips, but something needs to change. There needs to be different leadership. That leadership needs to implement accurate and effective training. You guys can't really see it well, but right behind me, right there, that's the Statue of Liberty. All right, that one shot, this few seconds, you can barely see it, but a heart is here. So the next thing we're going to talk about is oversaturation, the fact that there's just too many realtors. There are not enough good realtors, because you guys hear me say, we need great realtors. Communities need great realtors, but we need realtors to be explaining to people how to find a great deal. You see the Statue of Liberty right there? So anyways, I'm going to get you guys a different scene talking about that, but I wanted to show you, we really did come all the way out here to show you guys the Statue of Liberty. So, too many people, right? And I wanted to do that in a crowd of people, so forgive me for the noise. I know there's a bit of noise, but I think it really holds, sorry for slamming that on them, but I think it really holds to see too many people. Like, if there's just like a few people here, I'd have held the door open, I wouldn't have been rushed. But quite frankly, let's be honest, is it the end of realtors? A lot of people are going to say they hope so, because there's so many realtors that are just horrible, you guys. Criminal really at their jobs. Everyone knows that, and I often say cousins should stop getting their realtor license and becoming realtors. So I think really what I'm trying to say is you gotta be a great realtor. You have to be a great realtor. If you're not all in, and you're not doing the right things, There's too much at stake. My gosh, it smells like weed in this. This is crazy. Look at all these people. So imagine all the people that you see are like realtors, okay? I'm gonna say, you know, all these people you see, maybe 3 of them would be great. Think about it. 3 at all these people. So it is oversaturated. And I think that what happens is there's so many bad agents that you can't see the good agents. The good work that the good agents do is just overpowered and overshadowed by the bad work the bad agents do. And we see this, this is a fact. Obviously I have my own experience, but you see it in the buyer's remorse surveys. If you look at the surveys, you know, half the people are saying they felt pressured. Now, ultimately, it's a consumer's own decision to buy a house, and you need to understand that. But that's not to say that realtors don't know how to take advantage of emotion and reckless optimism. Man, I'm getting bumped around here. Jeez Louise. New York is crazy. So I think that's another issue, guys. Again, the oversaturation and the lack of that quality agent. Absolutely unbelievable view. So the next thing is reputation, okay? The reputation right now for realtors is in the absolute gutter. I would probably say this is probably the worst reputation realtors have had since the beginning of time in my life, at least. In other words, guys, what I'm trying to say, and pay attention, especially if you're a realtor, America hates realtors right now. So I think it's going to be really important if you are a realtor or if you're in the industry to start changing the reputation, because just one realtor can positively impact several different families. So just because, again, the industry has a horrible reputation doesn't mean as a realtor you need to. In fact, my mother taught me before I became a realtor when I was 10 days after I turned 19. I wanted to be a realtor at 18. It is what it is. She taught that really the only things that you need to be successful is to be honest. And what I'm telling you is number one, yes, be honest. And it's so disappointing, guys, absolutely depressing that that's something special. You would think that everyone was honest, but the fact is it's not. And that's why being honest is so important. And on top of that, and I'm saying honest, not optimistic, honest. But on top of that, use the data. Just use the freaking data. It's simple math. You can look at comparable data, use the data, and help clean up the industry. But again, think about it. If you're a successful realtor, you've seen things that drive you absolutely crazy. So in order to change that, everything starts with you, right? Again, if you're a realtor and as a consumer, like, I'm not, understand, I'm not defending realtors, okay? But I am saying they are important. And I do believe that there are some few realtors that have the ability to change the perspective, to change the reputation. But I definitely think, guys, we need to set the bar higher. It's actually very, do you guys see that view? Holy smokes, I see Melody signaling to me. But do you see this view? This is just breathtaking. So, reputation is a big thing. America, I think for good reason, hates realtors right now. I mean, everyone's frustrated, everyone's lost. You have realtors that are clearly overly optimistic. The unaffordability is out of control. It's generally now these days, way more money to rent versus own. We get belittled by realtors. You see them trolling in the comment section, absolutely losing their butts in the comment section. So it is for good reason. But that doesn't mean, again, if you're watching that, it doesn't mean that you have to act the same way. So again, reputation, huge thing, absolutely horrible. If realtors are to survive, that's on top of everything we've already talked about, reputation is going to be a huge thing to recover. The next thing is AI, artificial intelligence. So everything that we've just talked about, I mean, imagine, even if those things are done, it may already be too late, because the fact of the matter is realistically, AI is already ahead of most realtors. And think about what I'm saying. So most consumers, I think maybe let's just say half of consumers, because of the reputation and all the things I just mentioned, would rather work with an effective AI technology. And in this Inman convention, we saw realtors cheerleading AI. And in fact, pretty much every single speaker was telling the agents how important it is to start using AI for time management. But I'm like, for time management, 50% of realtors don't even close a transaction. Why are they talking about time management when all they have is time? In fact, if you have free time, just get your realtor license. So, again, I'm just so disappointed. Everything I said, I think AI, there's, in my mind, because I've been in the industry and I see AI, I see bad realtors. AI is gonna replace a lot of realtors. Is it gonna replace the great realtors? No way. I don't think it's gonna replace the great realtors that go to every appointment, every inspection, they stage houses, they help, determine what needs to be repaired. I don't think you can replace the great realtors, but I know you can replace the bad realtors. Now again, so consider the things that I'm saying. And other than that, guys, I'm gonna give you one more view. We are in New York. If you found value in the video, hit like, subscribe, go to Melody, write Substack. And other than that, you're out there investing in real estate. We wish you luck, and we hope